What is happening, Premier Planet? Justin Barlow coming at you. Happy belated Independence Day by the time you see this. And we want to thank you, Premier Planet, for coming out this past weekend to support us on not one, but two nights of back-to-back PPW action. PPW301 kicked off Friday night, July the 3rd. In action, we saw the brand new World Heavyweight Champion, El Guerrero Jose Acosta, in non-title action. We also saw an Ironman match between Tim Castle and Poncho, the winner of which would earn an opportunity at Matt Vine and the King of the Ironman crown this coming Saturday at PPW203. The winner of that was Tim Castle, and he will face Matt Vine this coming Saturday night. And in the main event, the World Tag Team Championships were on the line. The American Ninja Warrior Sensei and Mr. Electricity Chase Gosling defended against Matt Vine and his hand-picked partner, Premier Academy standout DeMarcio. Now, if you want to see this taping, the only place to see it is on Patreon, patreon.com/Premier Pro Wrestling. That is the only place you can see our Friday night, once a month studio tapings in their entirety. And then we rolled into Saturday night, July 4th, our nation's birthday. And what a night Saturday night was. We had an Olympiad Freestyle Match. The #1 contender to Matt Vine's King of the Ironman crown, Tim Castle, took on Slick Willie. That one was an epic clash. You are going to want to see that on our subscription service and see how that one turned out. In the end, a little bit of a spoiler here, I'll just say Slick Willie, very impressive, pulled out a win against Tim Castle, but take nothing away from Tim Castle. Those two guys tore it up in an Olympiad Freestyle. We also saw Poncho had not one, but two matches, and in the main event, El Guerrero Jose Acosta put his newly won world championship on the line against the man he deemed most worthy 1 week ago, that being the former and only 5-time world champion in Premier Pro Wrestling history. Not only that, the longest reigning champion in Premier Pro Wrestling history. I'm talking, of course, about the one and the only modern-day gladiator, Vinicus Matt Vine. 2 out of 3 falls, as all world championship matches are. And in the end, these two beat each other into absolute exhaustion, but Jose Acosta digging deep down, finding that warrior strength, that guerrero strength, he managed to pick up the second and decisive fall against Matt Vine, and still your world champion is El Guerrero Jose Acosta. And at the end of the match, we thought we were going to see a furious Matt Vine attack Jose as members of the roster and referees were helping Jose back to his feet. But Matt Vine, show of absolute sportsmanship, helped Jose to his feet and gave him the title, and even raised his hand. As frustrated as Vine was that he didn't win his 6th championship, you gotta hand it to the modern day gladiator for being such a sportsman after both men left their heart and their soul in the ring. This Saturday night, folks, you're not going to want to miss it. We are rolling into that new chapter in Premier Pro Wrestling after PPW 300. Again, you are going to see a King of the Ironman match. Tim Castle challenges the modern-day gladiator Matt Vine, and Jose Acosta will defend the World Championship, but he's not going to know, and we're not going to know who his opponent's going to be until that very night, because the #1 contender will be crowned in a gauntlet-style elimination match, and the last man standing will earn his spot in the main event to face Jose for the title. Thank you all so much for your continued support of Premier Pro Wrestling. Remember to check us out all over social media, and for exclusive content you can't find anywhere else, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/Premier Pro Wrestling. And don't forget about our online streaming service, just $5.99 per month to stream all of our tapings in their entirety. PremierProWrestling.pivotshare.com is where you can find that. Your first 2 weeks are going to be free when you sign up. I'm Justin Barlow, and myself and the rest of the PPW roster and staff, we will see you folks out here in the Premier Studio this Saturday night for PPW 303.